Hello, I'd like to thank everybody for their participation in this year's Nevada Wing Conference. Thank you for giving your time and service to this great organization, Civil Air Patrol. I am First Lieutenant Jeannie Murphy of the Las Vegas Composite Squadron. In June of this year, my family suffered a devastating loss with the death of my brother-in-law, Major Billy R. Edwards. Bill's death was very sudden and unexpected and has stunned my family, his CAP family, work family, and many, many friends. As many of you know, Bill gave tirelessly of himself in all of his endeavors. But CAP was a driving force in his life. He joined at the age of 12 and was an Earhart cadet and a cadet lieutenant colonel. Shortly after high school, he joined the United States Air Force and was stationed at Nellis Air Force Base as a security police officer. When Bill moved to Vegas, he transferred his membership to the Clark County Composite Squadron and soon became their deputy commander for cadets. I joined CAP in 1979 as a cadet, and Bill was my commander. His commander was Lieutenant Colonel Doris North, my mom. Bill became an adopted member of our family after he met my sister Karen and they began dating. They'd been together and married for 40 years at the time of his death. Bill stepped back from CAP when his marriage and career took priorities in his life. He then eventually rejoined about 15 years ago. Since rejoining, Bill has been a squadron commander, director of cadet programs for Nevada Wing. He's been encampment commander many times. He's a mission pilot, command pilot, an orientation pilot, and a glider tow pilot. Bill loved to fly, and he loved to give cadet orientation rides to share that love and hopefully inspire cadets to become pilots themselves. My family, Bill's colleagues, and many friends have established the Major Billy R. Edwards Memorial Flight Scholarship to honor him and to help continue his legacy of giving in Nevada Wing.
I'm Lieutenant Colonel Pete Gertson, commander of the Henderson Composite Squadron. I was inspired to help create this scholarship because of the influence that Major Edwards had on countless Civil Air Patrol cadets, as well as me personally. He was my mentor and my friend. And as an airline pilot and squadron commander, I feel there's no better way to honor him than to train new pilots with the help of a scholarship in his name. The Major Bill Edwards Flight Scholarship is meant to pay for cadet flight training in a Cessna 172 or 182, with a goal of funding you through your first solo flight. In other words, your training will culminate with you flying the airplane without an instructor on board and making at least 3 takeoffs and landings at your home airport. From there, you will be expected and required to apply for the CAP Cadet Wing Scholarship, and if successful, earn your private pilot certificate using the resources provided by the Youth Aviation Initiative. Specifically, our scholarship will cover the cost of aircraft and fuel, your medical exam and written testing, and provide you with a new headset and other basic supplies needed for your training. More importantly, a CAP certificated flight instructor will give their time on a fully volunteer basis to teach you how to fly. The value of this scholarship is approximately $2,000. In reality, the training you receive would cost 2 or 3 times that much at a commercial flight school. For your part, you will be responsible for the purchase of an approved ground school program, but more importantly, you will be responsible for doing the work. You'll be expected to study hard and meet certain targets during the training timeline, including passing a written test to evaluate your knowledge of multiple aviation subjects. You will also study flying techniques and other topics as directed by your flight instructor, because no flight training can be successful without first mastering the academics. Over the expected 6-month timeline, you will fully commit yourself to accomplish all the steps necessary to safely fly an airplane. While we can take care of the financial burden, the responsibility, commitment, and hard work will be up to you. Flying an airplane is one of the most exciting things you'll ever do. Believe me, it's worth it.
Hi, I'm Ken Lucia of the Vegas Valley Composite Squadron. Today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about who qualifies for the scholarship, how to apply, and some requirements. So first of all, we're going to ask that you be at least a Nevada Wing cadet. You have to be at least 15 and a half years old by January 31st of 2021. You have to have a GPA of 3.0 or higher, and you should be a cadet officer. However, we are accepting applications for cadet master sergeants and above. Now, the application process is fairly straightforward. We're going to ask that you complete the application, submit that with a resume, and with a letter of recommendation from your commander. The only other requirement that you'll have is to meet a board, similar to a promotion board like you do at your units. Major Edwards was a professional, and we're going to ask the same level of professionalism of you. Treat this like a job and give it 100% of your effort. To that end, one of the first things we're going to require of you is to purchase a ground school program of your choice. It can be Jeppesen, ASA, Sporties, Canes, whichever one that you choose. Second, you need to sign a liability waiver so that you can fly in Civil Air Patrol aircraft with a Civil Air Patrol instructor. You'll need to complete an IRS Form W-9 and submit that to the Nevada Wing. And then you're going to have to make consistent progress towards your program. We're also going to ask that you complete a transportation agreement, and the transportation agreement is to make sure that you're getting from your home to your lessons and back with no excuses. Mom and Dad are on board to get you there if you need to. All right, so by the end of 30 days, we expect you to have completed your flight physical. You need to get that scheduled, get your flight physical finished. By May 15th, we want your ground school to be completely finished. And by the 1st of September, we expect your solo to be completed. Your last requirements will be on or about October 31st. We're going to ask you to submit your application for the Cadet Wings program and submit a testimonial about your experiences and training in the Civil Air Patrol aircraft. Well, that's it. So on behalf of Major Bill Edwards and the scholarship staff, we wish you all the very best of luck, and we look forward to meeting you at the board.